If the drone hadn't recorded this, no one would have believed it. Strange specters hidden in the darkest corners of our planet, sea creatures that you'll be surprised to see in their wildest state, and an alleged homicide carried out in a forest that no one was ever meant to see. You're about to watch some amazing videos, and if the drone hadn't recorded this, no one would have believed it. Number 8. Peeks into the cemetery. Creepy is a word that pretty much defines what was discovered by this drone in the middle of a cemetery during the night. Its owner seemed ready to track down a strange mystery in his locality. Numerous people had previously assured him that something strange was happening in this place, and curiosity led him to use technology to unveil the mystery. Although he never imagined he could find something like this. Right off the bat, the camera only reflects what we would all expect from a cemetery: graves, darkness, and an empty place. But then, the scene changes dramatically. At the bottom of the image, right next to a small statue, a translucent figure is looking at the drone. But as the drone approaches, it suddenly decides to flee the place, and as it gets up, we can see a strange dress that quickly fades into the darkness. Undoubtedly, the footage has caused controversy and people have made accusations of manipulation. However, the community of this locality knows its ghosts well and seems to be convinced of the veracity of this recording. Number 7. Intriguing sighting. Drones have arrived to show us what's hiding where there seems to be nothing. The cameras infiltrate the most inhospitable areas of the planet and reveal things as intriguing as what this man managed to record in the Indonesian jungle. Upon seeing a natural place like this, no one would think that its dangers wouldn't come from the wild animals of the area, but from spectral entities. However, as the camera goes deeper into the wild flora, we can see that something is speaking out of the darkness of the forest. Look closely. Something is moving in the darkness. Some users of social networks have identified this creature as a malevolent spirit that prowls the woods looking for victims to drive them to madness. Others identify this mysterious monster as a creature of local folklore, which lurks in the dark, waiting for the right moment to catch its prey. None of these theories seems to help us understand what's happening here, but it's undeniable that we're facing an atypical and disturbing event that no one would wish to experience in person. Number 6. A lifesaver. The pilot of this drone never imagined that he could save a life, but this is exactly what happened that morning in the middle of the beach when the man was recording the pleasant atmosphere of the shore without knowing that he was about to witness a truly terrifying event. In the water, the drone records a child entering the crystal clear waters. He seems determined to swim out of the sea, but something stops him. For a few moments, he hesitates, and this is enough for us to see the danger approaching from the depths. In the water, a family of sharks is slowly approaching. They have spotted their prey and it is time to feed. It's a matter of seconds before the child becomes their lunch, but our pilot is ready to take action, as he was watching everything from his cell phone. From his umbrella, he alerts the child. A loud scream reaches him as serves as an alarm for this little swimmer to escape from the sea before the sharks shred his flesh. The scene is chilling. It's terrifying to see how close this poor boy came to being devoured by the sharks, and had this pilot not been so attentive, this would probably have been a very different video. Number 5. Animal chase. Nature is the realm of the wild and untamed. And this surfer managed to capture the exact moment when two of the sea's top predators are engaged in one of the most amazing chases you'll see in a long time. Watch it for yourself. The waters of Wessel Island, off the coast of Australia, went viral when this drone managed to capture a huge crocodile desperately fleeing. Surfers Sanka and Brachi wondered what could frighten such a beast and got the answer almost instantly. Behind the crocodile, there was the dangerous tiger shark, a large ocean beast that seemed determined to prove its power by crushing its victim. The chase went on for several minutes, but although the drone failed to capture the last moments of the action, Sunken and his friends watched as the shark triumphantly returned, dragging half of the slow-moving crocodile's body into its jaws. Number 4. Breathtaking footage. The following video captured by a drone also records something incredible in Australia. But unlike the previous chase, these surfers managed to record one of the most amazing images of the past year. Such has been its impact that numerous media outlets have broadcast it into their country's TV stations and on their social networks. Watch them. From the heights, the clean waters of the beach show us a large group of surfers advancing without knowing what lurks in the depths. Down in the sea, a huge amount of fish and sharks live in their natural habitat without us humans being aware of it. The drone manages to record the marine life in all its splendor, and the most surprising thing is that for a full hour, sharks, fish, and humans coexisted in the same waters, practically unaware that they were just a few meters away from each other. Number 3. Technological scares. Technology has advanced so much that we're often unaware of the impact it can have on the elderly. Most of them can react in really fascinating ways, although sometimes we can cause them big scares, as in the case of this farmer. A couple of friends were flying the drone around a farm in their community and decided to pay a visit to their neighbor. The man was quiet in his fields, taking care of his property, when he noticed the presence of this strange flying object. He immediately gets tense. For him, this object could probably be a spaceship, something he had never seen before in his life. He senses a real threat and instinctively tries to attack the craft, but quickly understands that he can do nothing against it and flees in terror, fearful of being attacked at any moment. The reaction has amused the internet audience, but many have criticized these content creators as they provoked great terror on this man who was in the privacy of his property without bothering anyone. Number 2. Invader taken down. If there's one thing that can be criticized about drones is how they can invade people's privacy. Some people use this technology to sneak into the most intimate corners of their community and record everything with their tiny cameras. However, sometimes this is a lousy idea, especially since these expensive devices are extremely fragile and could be taken down very easily, as this video demonstrates. A woman was recording the natural habitat of these monkeys in the middle of nature. For her, nothing could go wrong. The images had an excellent quality and the footage was good, but in the middle of the drone's trajectory, the chimpanzee decided to put an end to the invasion of his tribe's privacy. The dexterous primate used a long branch as an extension of his arm and managed to intercept the drone with a single blow, throwing it hard against the ground. The craft lost its sense of direction and its surprised pilot was unable to avoid the crash. The device remained on the ground, completely useless and leaving us a testimony that not even nature likes to be observed by the eyes of a stranger. Number 1. What should not be seen. The internet is full of disturbing content, and one of the strangest is not even 5 years old. It's about urban explorers who use drones to capture the most disturbing scenes on the planet. One of the most famous in this field is Sir Giannis, a disturbing explorer who came across something that should not be seen, and now you too will see it at your own risk. Apparently, the drone he was driving has been exploring the area's forests for several hours. On numerous occasions, it infiltrated derelict and abandoned properties, but the terror came when it noticed something waiting in a small abandoned barn. It was a mysterious masked man, armed with a huge chainsaw, who advances into the nearby forest, perhaps not noticing that his image is being captured on camera. The creepy masked guy seems to have captured a victim, who was quickly dragged across the field and carried to an inhospitable area of the forest. Something happens there, and not even the camera can film it. The perverse guy has activated the chainsaw, and now only a part of his victim is left hanging from a tree. The images in this video are so gory that it's impossible to share them here, but they have left a testimony of one of the most terrifying and chilling situations of the last few years. Naturally, this isn't the first time that technology has taken us to dark and frightening places. Our societies are constantly evolving and pushing boundaries that once seemed impossible, but are now a reality. If you'd like to penetrate the world of the unknown and discover some disturbing secrets, then join us in the following videos, and maybe you can be horrified by some of the advances of our beloved and terrifying technology.